Hello, brilliant learners. Welcome back to the Why Not Academy. My name is Sarah. Today, we're going to have another vocabulary adventure. We're diving into 15 words that will boost your English skills to the next level. Trust me, if you know these, your English is excellent. We'll start out with some words you might find familiar, but stick around because we'll quickly move into territory that even native speakers may not use regularly. You'll be adding some serious flair to your vocabulary, I can promise you that. Now, let's jump into the words. Don't forget to share your score out of 15 in the comments. I'll be watching for them. Let's kick things off with a word I really enjoy saying. Snazzy. Snazzy. It's such a playful adjective, isn't it? Snazzy is used to describe something stylish, attractive, or eye-catching. Picture this. You've got a new jacket and it's turning heads. Well, you could say, this jacket, it's pretty snazzy. It's informal but perfect when you want to compliment someone's outfit, car, or something that looks sharp. Here's another one. He showed up to the meeting in a snazzy new suit and everyone noticed. So next time you see something looking good, you know what to say. Now, for a more formal word, oxify. Oxify. This one has a serious tone. It literally means to turn into bone, but we often use it metaphorically to describe something becoming rigid or inflexible. For example, in a business context, the company's processes ossified over time, making it hard for them to innovate. You might also hear it in discussions about ideas or attitudes. His views on politics have ossified. He's unwilling to consider new perspectives. It's one of those words that works perfectly in a formal setting, especially when talking about things that are stuck or resistant to change. Okay, let's keep it rolling with a word that you might use next time you're at a dinner party. Number 3, the word is dearth. Dearth, it's a great word when you want to say there's a shortage or lack of something, and it's mostly used in formal contexts. For example, there's a dearth of affordable housing in the city. But you can also use it casually. Imagine you're at a party and someone says, there's a dearth of snacks here. It's an amusing way to point out that there aren't enough chips. So while it's formal, you can definitely sneak it into everyday conversations for fun. Next up, we have verbose. Verbose. Now, this is a word you want to use when you meet someone who just loves to talk. A little too much. It means using more words than necessary. For instance, the professor's explanation was so verbose that I couldn't follow the main point. You can also use it to describe writing. Maybe you're reading an email and think, this is way too verbose. It's a polite way to say someone is long-winded without sounding rude. Perfect for work emails. Thank you for your detailed response. Though it was a bit verbose, could you provide a more concise summary? Now let's switch gears a bit and talk tech. Here's a word you probably hear a lot, but might not fully know how to use. At number 5, we have algorithm. Algorithm. We see this word all over the place these days, especially with social media and technology. An algorithm is basically a set of rules or steps designed to solve a problem or make decisions. In tech terms, you say, social media platforms use algorithms to decide what content to show you. However, algorithms aren't just for tech geeks. If you have a step-by-step routine in your life, like how you organize your day, you could humorously call it an algorithm. I have a straight morning algorithm. Coffee, email, and then breakfast. My morning algorithm is exercise, meditation, followed by breakfast and coffee. What's your morning algorithm? Share with me in the comments. Next up, we have lethargic. Lethargic. Ever have one of those days where you just can't get out of bed? That's when you are feeling lethargic. It's when you have no energy and everything feels like a chore. You could say, after that big meal, I felt so lethargic I couldn't even go for a walk. Or in a more formal way, the heat made the workers feel lethargic and less productive. It's a useful word for those lazy days when you're just not in the mood for anything. All right, let's lighten things up a bit with one of my favorite fun words. You love this one. Before we dive into the next advanced verb, you might have noticed I've included phonetic transcriptions for the verbs today. It's important to practice sounding out new words accurately, which is why I want to quickly mention pronounce. Pronounce is an AI-powered tool that helps you improve your pronunciation, grammar, and fluency. You can input any word like the verbs from today's lesson, and Pronounce will guide you in either a British or American accent with instant feedback to help you improve on the spot. But that's not all. Pronounce offers several ways to help you practice. First of all, you can record calls. This is perfect for reviewing how you sound in real conversations. You can record your conversations and get instant feedback on things like clarity, correctness, and fluency. It's a great way to reflect on how you're doing in actual situations. You can also chat with AI. You can chat with an AI speech coach on topics that interest you or choose curated ones. For example, you can talk with the AI about these 20 advanced verbs we're learning today. It's a great way to practice using them in real conversations while getting feedback on your pronunciation and fluency. If you like practicing pronunciation by reading, Pronounce lets you read curated articles or any text of your choice. That's right, any text of your choice. It's a great way to fine-tune your skills at your own pace. Pronounce gives you personalized feedback on pronunciation errors, grammar issues, and even helps reduce filler words, making you sound more confident and fluent. Whether you are just starting out or are an advanced learner, it's an excellent tool to take your skills to the next level. It's easy to use, works with apps like Zoom and Google Meet, and it's trusted by over 200,000 users. This video isn't sponsored by Pronounce. I'm sharing it because I genuinely believe it's a great tool that can help improve your pronunciation, especially when practicing advanced verbs like the ones we're covering today. If you'd like to give it a try, I've included a special affiliate link in the description, which means I'll earn a small commission if you use it. Thank you for supporting my channel. Alternatively, I've also included the official Pronounce website if you prefer to check it out directly. Either way, I hope it helps you on your English learning journey. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Pronounce and what you think. Now, let's get back to the lesson. Now, here's a word that will put a smile on your face. Lollygag. Lollygag. It means to waste time or to dawdle. Picture this. You're on your way to work, but you stop to chat with someone along the way. You're lollygagging. Here's the sentence. We lollygagged around the park, enjoying the sunshine instead of going home. It's playful, and though you probably won't use it in a business meeting, it's perfect for casual conversations. Who doesn't love a good lollygag now and then? All right, switching back to something more formal. At number 8, we have the word cronyism. Cronyism. This word refers to favoritism shown to friends, especially in politics or business. Think of someone giving their unqualified buddy a high-level job just because they're friends. That's cronyism. An example? The company's promotion practices were accused of cronyism when it became clear that only the CEO's friends were getting raises. You often see this word in news articles about corruption, but it's great for any situation where favoritism is involved. All right, let's lighten things up with a word that literally shines. Number 9, we have incandescent. Incandescent. This word means glowing or full of light, but we also use it to describe something or someone that's full of passion or energy. Here's a formal example. The stage was lit by incandescent bulbs, creating a warm atmosphere. But in a more metaphorical sense, you might say, Her incandescent performance left everyone in awe. You can even use it casually when describing someone's energy. He was incandescent with excitement after winning the game. Number 10, to vilify. To vilify. To vilify someone is to speak or write about them in a very negative way, often unfairly. It is a very strong word usually used in formal contexts. For example, the media vilified the politician after the scandal. But you can also use it in less serious situations. For example, she vilified me just because I didn't agree with her on the restaurant choice. It's perfect for those times when you want to describe how someone's reputation is unfairly attacked. Okay, time for something we've all experienced at some point. At number 11, we have clique. Clique. We've all encountered a clique at some point, right? It's a small, exclusive group of people who stick together and aren't very welcoming to others. Think high school. The popular kids formed a clique and didn't talk to anyone outside their group. Or even in the workplace, the office was divided into cliques, which made collaboration difficult. It's a great word for describing any group that's a bit too exclusive. Now, here's a word that sounds super fancy. Propinquity. Propinquity. It means physical proximity or closeness, and it's used in both formal and informal contexts. For example, the propinquity of their desks made them fast friends. It can also refer to relationships. Their emotional propinquity was evident. They understand each other perfectly. It is a nice word to pull out when you want to sound impressive. Don't let your English fluency propinquity determine your next choice of video. Next up, we have the word ensconce. Ensconce. This verb means to settle yourself in a comfortable, secure place. It's a great word when you're talking about getting cozy. For example, after a long day, she ensconced herself on the sofa with a good book. You can also use it more formally. The company ensconced itself in a new office, confident about its future. It's one of those words that sounds fancy, but it's totally relatable. I first learned about this word when reading about helicopter parenting. In their efforts to ensconce him in security and some safe version of happiness or success, his parents had somehow pounded the spirit and desire out of him. All right, next one. Ever look at a new gadget and think, what is this newfangled thing? Newfangled is an adjective for something new or modern, often viewed with a bit of skepticism or reluctance to embrace it. Here's a fun one. My grandparents don't understand these newfangled smartphones. It's lighthearted, but can also be used to express genuine frustration with new trends. For instance, why do I need to sign up for this newfangled app just to order coffee? Have you ever felt weighed down by too many things to do? That's when you might use the word encumber, which means to burden or obstruct, making movement or progress difficult. For example, she was encumbered by all the paperwork and couldn't focus on more important tasks. Or, in a more literal sense, he was encumbered by his heavy backpack during the hike. It is a very useful word to describe anything holding you back, whether it's physical or metaphorical. Okay, how did you do? How many of these words did you already know? And how many were new to you? Which ones were your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always curious to see which words stick. Personally, I'm a big fan of snazzy. It's just such a fun word to say. And lollygag? Well, who doesn't love a good lollygag every now and then? Before you go, let's also stay connected on Instagram for more English tips and stories. Thank you so much for joining me in this vocabulary journey. I hope you feel like your word arsenal just leveled up. Until next time, keep expanding that vocabulary. I'll see you in the next lesson.